Oh man, I am absolutely gutted. OBS crashed on me. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. I got a P5. I'll have to put the replay on. Where are we? Put the replay on because that was a good race, man. I was so gutted. I need to put that on default because it made a massive difference, but that doesn't make a difference anyway. This is all off anyway. Take that off. Take this off. Stop. I'm so gutted, man. Ah, well, we got no sound. There's still no sound. We got sound. Yeah, we got sound. Oh man, I'm absolutely gutted. I don't know how far into it went off. Oh man. Oh, sorry. Don't even know how far. Oh. Oh man, proper. That was a good race there. The OBS crashed on me. Gutted. Came 5th, which was quite good. Good bit of driving as well by me. I was on it. Put in the practice. You're right, Akiru. You made 2 mistakes. Not major, but twice a 5 set. I finished 4th. I think is right. I finished 5th, but me streaming crashed on me halfway through. I don't know where. I don't know how far into the race it crashed, but absolutely gutted. I qualified 10th or it was 10th. Yeah, I think I qualified 10th, and I finished 5th. So I was almost on a podium. Aussie Stig and some other guy in front. I think Norbit. Them two were racing together for ages. Aussie Stig was in front, and I don't know what happened. They was coming together or something. But I can't believe OBS just decided to crash. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna crash. And I'm looking at OBS now, and it's only using 24% of the CPU, 26%. So, you know, it's basically just had a fart and crashed on me while I'm racing. Proper gutted. While I've got your ear on the on air, Akiru, you know your Oculus Tray tool. Make sure you run that. While you were 7th, was right. Make sure you run that. Make sure you take the things off. Like you don't want asynchronous warp. You don't want you want maximum power on your power settings. Get all that set up. Also, when you go on to where are we? Go on to the Oculus debug tool. Make sure that that's all set up as well, and make sure you take asynchronous off there, disable that. But make sure you enable or keep it default with the adaptive scaling, because if you take that off, you do get a lot of stutter. Just doesn't feel smooth. But it didn't feel smooth to me when I was racing with 24 cars online. Really, if I'm honest, it shouldn't have felt that rough, because when I was racing against the computer I did on 24 cars and it felt smooth, and the thing is the CPU was processing the 24 cars as well. So, but yeah, whilst I got you watching the show, but it's a shame that you never got in the first split. I thought you were going to get in the first split. I was like, come on. I seen your name there, it was close to mine, because you're like 403 driver ratings now, aren't you? So, you know, it won't be long until you're in the 500s. Once you get into the 500s, Akira, you'll be in the top split all the time. Do you know what I mean? That you've just, you know, got to get a few races in more than what you normally do. Because like if you just have one race a week, you're pretty much, your rating will stay the same. I found that, you know. So, but I've updated me NVIDIA drivers as well, and I don't know whether that's had a bit of play with the FPS. Because once NVIDIA does their drivers, then Oculus will do their drivers, and so on. So I should have really kept the drivers away. I shouldn't have. But it was what was it? December the 10th. What are we on now? It's 2 days. I should have waited for another week before putting them on. Never mind. They're on now anyway, so you know that the FPS there is quite, I'd say, quite low. You know, 114, 115. Should be a lot higher. Also, as well, I don't know what your monitor is, but mine's a G-Sync monitor, and I find that with the G-Sync monitor, if you have G-Sync enabled, it messes around with your FPS. So make sure that you disable G-Sync on your monitor, because you basically with the Oculus with the VR headset, it's got two monitors for your eyes, one for each eye. Do you know what I mean? So it's rendering them two, plus it's rendering your monitor. It renders your left eye of your monitor, and there's nothing you can do that. You can't switch that off. It'd be good if you could switch it on and off, just to say off when you don't want anyone else to be watching. I had the DK2 when it first came out, and you never used to be able to watch yourself. It was only for a very small space of time, but after that, after basically, you know, a few months, it just went to, you had a screen. So it would be nice if you could do that. Must be saving on a bit of frames per second as well. That's what we're all about, you know. Doing that. Well, you got nothing to worry about them. Have you got a 60 FPS monitor? I don't think you'll have a problem with even with a 60 FPS monitor. Just make sure VSync is off. Basically, you don't want VSync on at all on your monitor, on anything. Just keep it off. But yeah, G-Sync messes around. And as I say, what I was saying about the Oculus tray tool, sorry, and the Oculus debug. Make sure you have both of them running. Because I find that both of them work really well together. And as I say, the adaptive pixel scaling, that was I'd say playing up a little bit for mine. I turned it off. I wanted to see what it was like, and I still was fine. I didn't notice anything major. Excuse me. I also tried obviously offline, using the physics and is it physics and there's something else, physics and so on NVIDIA control panel to be the CPU instead of the GPU, and I found it helped a little bit. I felt like I got a few extra FPSs sometimes, because I don't know if you're watching yours when you're racing. I have mine on, as you can see there where it says render stat, but when I'm racing, you know, I found that at some parts of this, I was getting like, even in practice and qualify, I was coming out of async, because obviously I've got async disabled, and the way you think about it is, you know, if you've got async enabled or async on auto, it will sort of like go into 45 FPS and it'll just want to stay there and keep it there, even if it can come out. It's like a bit lackadaisy to want to come out. But I'm using an old TV as a monitor. Okay. Again, I think you'd be fine with that. But yeah, that's what's going on with the Oculus that I've found. It's basically rendering 3 monitors. You've got your two screens in front of your eyes, and there also as well. I'll show you in a bit. But also, on your resolution for the Oculus Rift, when you've got it on that mode, don't be putting it to 1080p, because you're actually downscaling the screen, because the screen isn't native 1080p. That was the DK2. The native what do you call it, screen resolution for the CD1 is like 2166 by, it's something like that, I'll show you, by 14 something. And that's what you want your screen to be at. I noticed that it was well smoother putting it to that. So just a few little tips. I don't know if you use Content Manager, but if you use it doesn't make a difference if you use either. Make sure that you've got that set, because it's surprising. And if you are using Content Manager, when you go into the other settings in Content Manager for like your graphic settings and stuff like that, don't put the multi-threads and all that. Just basically leave all that on default. Don't turn anything off or on any extra, because it will just mess up again with your FPS. You're talking less than 45, and you don't want to be going less than 44 really with async. I've been racing there pretty much mostly in async, and it did pop out, but I did notice as well when it popped out, it did want to like sort of make me vision go a little bit blurred for a fraction of a second, which was a bit frustrating. So I can understand how people will lock it to 45 FPS on each eye. I totally understand that, but I just disable it. That's what I do. How far I'll be into the race? About halfway now. What time now? 10 to. Let me just speed it up a little bit. I wanna get it close to when Mark Puch. There we go. That's there. This is just this lap now. The next lap, sorry. You'll see. I keep looking that way because that's where my monitors, but this way the cameras. But yeah, you'll see as you're looking on the screen, where you can see the real time. You see Mark's ahead of Norbit, and they're both pretty much battling. I can see them ahead of me. I weren't catching up to them, I'll be honest. I was a little bit, but I had the better situation, as you can see there. That I've got like, two cars battling behind me, two cars battling in front. I'm left to my own devices, and I got there myself. I overtook the guy in yellow. I think it was the guy in yellow. Yeah, overtook the guy in yellow. And yeah, so it's coming up on this lap now. But what I'll do is I'll pause it, get on them, and then have a little watch of their little battle for our lap. Did I lock up then? Sorry. No, I didn't. No. How did you find your brake power and your brake bias, Akira? Because obviously I've got yeah, there he's off. See that? He's, when I was watching it, it was crazy. Let me just reverse it back and pause it, and then get him up on the screen. Yeah. Let me just pause that, change the camera view just so that I know which one it is, and then go to car numbers. Where are you? There he is. And then just rewind it back loads. I'm just gonna, oh, in fact I won't do that because it takes the thing away, the surprise. Let's just leave it there and change the camera back. Oh no, maybe not. What one thought would be better? Let's try that one anyways. So yeah, these are battling here. Obviously Mark and Norbit. Mark's ahead. I don't know what happened, it'd be interesting. Oh, he hit the curb there, so that would have lost him a little bit of time. Not much though. The guy's putting pressure on him. It looks like his engine's set to lean because the flames are coming out loads. You can't set the car to lean anyway on this car, so I'm just being funny. Yeah, let's see what's going on. If I look at this screen, it looks like I'm looking at the camera, which is better. So he's going. Doing the battling. Is there any rubbing there? No rubbing. Oh, he got shunted. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that. He's not going to be happy with that. What? That's hard lines. It is, to be honest with you. You know, no puns intended, of course. But you know, when someone's racing that tight, that close, crap happens, and yeah, you know, you're going to find yourself in a situation. And I think if he goes off. I wasn't far behind him, to be honest with you. You see me go first, I'm in red. Where am I? He's watching me go past. I go past. Done a good little donut there. I don't know what happened there, but that other guy. You said that other guy? Let's just have a look. He just loses it, doesn't he? He just loses it. Yeah, he hits that guy in silver. And he's off. Just change the camera angle, see if it looks a bit better. Let's get back to my car. And that's it, you know, pretty much. If you look at the race times there, you know, this guy, Jari, whatever his name is, does he close me down? It looks like I was closing that Norbit down a little bit. But, yeah, you see there, Norbit 3.9. And the other one was a 1.5, yeah. Your brake bias was 57, brake power was 75. I'm not too sure what mine was. But did you get a feeling good? I found with this car, you didn't have to push the pedal down loads. You know, compared to the GT3 cars. I found it nice and gentle with this one, and it rewarded you. So you could also trail brake with it. So you know, especially up the hill where the bridge is. I found like where you had the line and you just broke just on the crest. I'd slightly go over it and I'd brake light, brake a bit heavy, and then brake a bit light again, and do a bit of trail braking. I found that. I was doing that on that turn, and you know, I was playing with it. I was suffering a little bit with the graphics. The graphics was a little bit not stuttery as such, but in my eyes it just felt like it wasn't smooth. So yeah, which is a shame. Moving on here. So some small lockups, but still manageable. You know what? I'm not sure, but I don't think I locked up at all. I had, you know, good brakes. I wasn't putting too much, like purposely having too much power on the brakes. I mean, if I slammed my foot on the floor, I would be able to lock it up. I found with this car, you didn't need that. You know, if you drive like a GT3 car, like, you know, the Z4 or something like that, you can't just be light with them brakes. You gotta slam it. Do you know what I mean? You gotta let the ABS do the thing. Did you try the F120 2000? I haven't, mate. You know, didn't even know it's been done. I'll have to have a look. Is it just a car to try and test? Have you had to go? Didn't even watch any YouTube movies about it. Excuse me, I'm not sure. I don't even know. I think I've seen something, but it was in like a development. I've seen another YouTuber who I think had a little go of it. I think it was possibly Jimmy Broadbent. I think he had a little go of it or something, but it was early stages. Is it good? Can you download it on Race Department? Or do you have to pay for it? I'll find him into it now, I must be close. Let's just get into that. Second, here's the last lap. It's a mod you can install. Cool. Yeah, I thought it was a mod. Didn't think it was official. It must look good. I'll have to have a look because I like the open wheelers. I hope the next car's not a crap car on this one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. Yeah. It's the same engine, so I'm assuming that it's actually, I think it's going to be a slightly slower car than 2020 F1 car or 2019 F1 car. Yeah, I watched the Jimmy Broadbent one that they tested. I like the look of it. I like the look of what's already come out on video. What's already come out, you know, about what the car is gonna look like. We've got another year to wait now. Dry throat. I bring me drinking. Oh, gutted, man. I brought me drinking. I'm gonna wind this up in a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, this is I think it was the last lap. Yeah, 3 seconds. I gained. You know, I was about a second quicker with that Giardi. He went catching me up. I was close to the middle of either, so most probably weren't getting any of his wake or draft in front of me. And I can't see. Giardi might have got a little bit of a toe off me. He might either be in my wake, taping into here, or he'd be what you call it, getting a toe off me at some parts of the track. But I park up next to this guy. Hopefully you'll see it. So you pull into here. Little cheeky part of the place back. Oh no. Oh no, hold on. Oh no, no. No. Try and get the view. TV camera 3. No, camera on TV. No, okay, I'll park next to him. Hey yo, alright mate. Hey, Did you also have a wintry feeling on the track? Yeah. My leaves on most cars were white, yeah. I don't know about on the cars, I didn't have any leaves on cars, but I had I didn't get that. What do you have? Yeah, the grass was frosty. I think it's a content manager thing. It changes the textures, doesn't it? From sorry, trees, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the, as I say, any stuttering or any issues with racing, because you're basically modifying the files, aren't you? Oh, bad cough. Let's escape at this. So yeah, look, see what with keep that like that. I mean, I put 1.4. I don't know what you do. You might be able to see that. I put 1.4. I don't know what you do. But this adaptive GPU performance scale, I had that off on my race, and I just found like the graphics were like shaky a little bit. Not like it was like, not motion blur, but it's just that, you know, it was just shaky. But I don't think I've got anything set up for shakiness. Oh, and then you've got you got this as well. So this is all set here. It disables your power settings, set to max power, high performance. Yeah, so you get all that. Content. Oh. Cars. No. Tracks. No. No. Results. I was just wondering. That was a race. Was that a race? I didn't finish. No, I didn't finish 7th. Did I finish 7th? I must have finished 7th. I thought I would finish 5th. Yeah. I must have finished 7th. Oh no, kind of. That just says quick race. Practice qualified and oh yeah, there we go. Now it's saying I won. That's not right. That's crazy. What is it? That's today. That's got to be a 7th. I must have finished 7th on that, but it's not what I'm looking for. Content. No, it's not. Media. Lap times. Lap times. Do you know what? I'm completely getting this wrong. Go to there. I think there's a setup option here. Yeah, manage setups. So brands. Here's me. Right. There's my race setup that I had. I changed it. I had 37 litres of fuel and I just about got it. Brake power, like what you were saying, it was 65%. I'm looking for brake bias. Where are you? Brake bias 57%, so we had the same brake bias. I finished fifth. I haven't even looked. I missed one race as well anyway. Technically I finished the race, but I had to stop racing and go into the pits because my kid was crying. So brake power 65% for me. I found 65% was really good. You had 75%. I did try. Oh, that's tickling my throat. I did try at a higher power setting, but I found that's set up for the Praga. That's radical. There we go. There you go. That was the same anyway. Yeah, though. What was the Red Bull one? 70 brake power. Look at that, see. And I'll tell you, it should be each track that you go on. Don't use like an old setup from another track. I just go on it at default, do a few practice laps, let the brakes warm up, let the tyres warm up, and then do your settings there, especially brake bias as well. Yeah, brake bias is 56 there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know where it came on that race. I don't know whether I've done that well, to be honest with you. Yeah, brake power 70 and brake bias 56. So they were different. Oh no, the same. Sorry, yeah, same. I put 43 litres on that one. I must have put way too much fuel there. Alright, no, actually about 5 litres too many. Watkins Glen. I think it was Watkins Glen where I that was an hour, wasn't that an hour race? Look at brake power in Watkins Glen, 60. So just goes to show every track. Donington, 60. Race, 60. Laguna, 60. So Brands Hatch, 65. But that could have been evolution. I found 60 at Brands. Just the brakes weren't working. It was literally just nothing. But 65 sound. But because I've got a load cell brake pedal, so it's pressure. So when you go for a load cell brake pedal first, it feels like your car. It feels like there's no travel. Like with the potentiometer one, there's loads of travel. It's just loads of travel, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, but with a load cell, there's about that much travel. But it's how much you're pressing. Do you know what I mean? How much you're squeezing on. It's well better. Night and day. And you got the same pedals as me, haven't you, Kiru? Should be putting it on your Santa list. It took 5 minutes to put on. You just unclip, just literally unclip the cable behind it, attach it all on, clip it in. It goes where the conical mod is. Dead easy to set up. Really easy. But right, I'm going to call it a day. You'll see what the race is for next week. Let's have a little look now, just before we go, to see if it's on, because sometimes it comes on pretty quick. Come on. Oh, that's out. No, nothing's up yet for the racing next week. So I'll post. I'll post what card it'll be next week on my Facebook page, Speed Force Sim Racer. Speed Force Sim Racer. Yep. Standings. Where are we? Radical races, standings. Pucko came third. I'm ninth. Ninth in the standings. Oh, you're 10th? Cool, man. See, I didn't race at the Nürburgring. See? Zip. Laguna, I got 50 odds, 60, 84 brands, just gone. No wins, no thirds, incidences 3.2. Pucks 1.5. There you go. You just gotta get yourself in the first split. More. Kiru. Hi guys. I'm gonna quit off the channel now, but always a pleasure. Share the channel, get more people involved. I do appreciate what you're coming on, Akiru. Definitely keep coming on. You know what I mean. And we'll get more involved. If you do want to come on and chat, if you want to go on a Skype chat and we can do it live, be good for the channel. All right. I'll see you next week.